We need to be careful. Eleftheria already fell, so...
Cosa 96. Prima un po'.
1996, it was the last people that moved.
Iron Woman.
Martha.
Martha, very nice to meet you.
No, Cătălin, sorry.
Martha.
Wow.
We are cooking my goods.
Wow.
It's almost ready.
Yamas, Efkaristopoli for this amazing day.
The myth says that when Saint Nicholas touched the rope with his hand, water sprang out from 5 spots.
Wow!
We were happy like children. Is something about this place that gives you joy and excitement. It's unique. Welcome on the World on Wave. We are Arina, Cătălin and the Doberman Monarch. We are living on our Bavaria 50, planning to see the entire world by boat. We were journalists, so we film everything. If you love boats and the sea and also the miracles of land, if you have your own dreams, you have all the reasons to stick with us. Very beautiful day today. We are meeting two special people, I'm sure they are. Arina.
Eleftheria, nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Angeliki.
Angeliki.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Angeliki means angel.
Yes.
And Eleftheria, freedom. They are going to show us the south part of Crete, right?
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
let's go. Thank you so much. Let's go, Neves!
Angeliki is working at the municipality of Agios Vasilios and she is responsible for the tourism in the area. And Eleftheria is her daughter. The first stop of the day is
Έχει ένα ποταμάκι, περνάει ένας χήμαρος.
So we are heading at the ancient village of Mixoruma right now.
Yes.
My mother talked with somebody who lives there, and he told us that it's not very easy, the access.
and they were right.
We need to be careful. Eleftheria already fell, so... Wow. Nobody is living now in Mixurma village, South Crete. All the people starting to leave the place in 1930s.
This man was born here and lived here till the end of the village history.
Το 1996. Prima un po'.
1996, it was the last people that moved. They used to knit baskets, that's what they did for living. And after many years, the interest changed, so they searched for other alternatives. And that's why they moved, not all together at once, families moved to other places. And that's why the village started to isolate. And you see it in this situation right now, which is very picturesque and very traditional and very nice to take photos, but it's also kind of sad. They started to go up in order to have olive oils or the goats and the sheep and whatever all the people do now also here. in the region. We will be able, if you would like to see the mills, the water mills they had
Yes.
near the river, and they also, as Mr. Haritmos told me, used to do like clothes there. They had a certain technique, they were very famous for that. And we will see also how they used to do it, the procedure.
Okay, nice. Let's go there.
So let's go to the river.
Okay. Right now I'm standing on the ruins of a water mill, a very special one. The villagers from Mixurma were using it for three main activities. They were making flour, olive oil and, be attentive, waterproof clothes with a technique that was unique in Crete.
So the energy for the water mill was from the water. And as you can see here, now we are sitting on this spot where the water used to come. And και μετά συγκεντρωνότανε κάτω.
Ναι. Εδώ λοιπόν κανόνιζε.
And so here was the separation, as you can see. 1, 2, and at the third you are right now.
Okay.
It is like a cone. We can see here only a hole, but as it's going deeper, it's like a cone at the end, and that's why the water was like with intensity. So it was produced the energy to make all the procedures of the olive oil, of the flour, and also for the clothes.
Και από εδώ λοιπόν το γυρνάγανε, δίνει πολλή πίεση έτσι.
This was the machine that helped all the pressure to, because they couldn't do it manually. So that was the machine that helped do all the procedure and the pressure in order for the oil to be made.
Here is the place where the waterproof clothes were born, let's say.
The procedure was unique here in Crete, that they made
For
the
the
clothes
clothes
waterproof. Exactly.
That's why the people of Mixurma were very famous in this part of the world, and all their activities were depending on the river. Now, its sound, the sound of pure nature, can be heard just by the people who take care of the church, also by some locals who are passing by. You could think that this place is completely dead, but this amazing landscape proved to be very attractive for people from United States, Austria, Belgium.
Δεν έχουν ακόμα μόνιμα. Έχουν αγοράσει αρκετοί. Και πάνω τώρα Αμερικάνους έχουν...
Okay. There is interest from people from other countries here. In order, they buy houses and they build in order to stay here because it's also the environment, as you can see. And
Ναι, και αυτό εκεί Ολλανδός είναι εκεί απάνω.
From the lost village, we are heading to the most touristic village of South Crete, Spili, best known for these fountains.
330 cubic meters of water is flowing on the lion's mouth here in Spili every hour. It's a special water, very rich in iron, and it has a constant temperature of 13 degrees. Let's try it. Iron woman.
You can recognize the center of the village, Kefalovrisi, from the huge trees that create a night atmosphere during the summer.
Approximately 800 people are living here in Spili, but probably is one of the most touristic villages in South Crete. In the summertime, you can see here many tourists from all over the world. This is Scordalos, the most famous local artist. He discovered the lira by himself when he was just 9. He was so good that his music became a case of study, and Scordalos was the model for all the next generations.
Spili is also the birthplace of Marco Giannakis, another very talented local artist who was playing lute.
But we're trying very much as locals to stay like traditional. Here in South, most tourists that are coming are like alternative ones. They want to see how locals live, how they actually want the resort or the 5-star. Yes, exactly. And that's what we're also interested in. That's the tourists we want in our region. We are lucky enough that the tourists that are coming are very respectful for the environment, for the locals, for everything, and right now we are very happy from the tourists we have. You will see also it's very beautiful.
Marta.
Martha, very nice to meet you.
No, Cătălin, sorry.
Marta.
Wow. Wow. Probably like this is in heaven.
Probably.
Peace and quiet. Very nice.
This is Agios Pneuma, the monastery of the Holy Spirit in Kisos village. The monks here were not just religious, but also fighters. Unfortunately, in 1821, the local Turks massacred the monks and burned the monastery. But since 1836, it operated as a school, well known throughout Crete. Now you can visit the place if you want to be in peace, thanks to the church, the garden, but also thanks to the landscape. Around 50 persons are living in Kisos, but the village is well known in the region for this tavern, so we couldn't live without trying a traditional Cretan meal.
The smell is amazing. We came with the smell. Just us.
I hope so. Γεια σας.
My name is Arina. If you cannot, don't worry.
No problem. Nice to see you.
What's your name?
My name is Stratos.
Stratos.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. He's Cătălin.
Okay.
How are you? What are you preparing there?
Some traditional beans on a traditional way. Beans, we call it fava.
Fava.
Fava is a special bean we boiled for a long time, and then we
Press them.
and mix with olive oil and some spices.
Okay.
Yes, it's a small plate.
Nice.
Yes, Marta.
We feel the smell of meat. What's the meat
Yes.
here?
We are cooking some local pork meat in a stove with wood.
Can we maybe see that?
Yes, it's just there. Let's come.
Thank you. Let's go. Don't worry, don't worry.
Poate li faci probă.
We are cooking by wood.
Wow.
It's almost ready.
Wow, perfect. We arrived at
Yes.
the perfect moment.
It's pieces from all the parts of the animal. Yes.
Do you have a lot of customers here? A lot of clients?
Especially on weekends. But on summertime are a lot. Locals, tourists, everybody is coming to enjoy the view. The view, yes.
And of course your food.
Yes, this is true.
For how many years do you manage the place?
Since 2013,
2000.
almost 9 years now. Yes, it was an empty place here.
Okay.
The village was empty. I mean, some old people stayed, but now people start to come again.
Thanks to you, maybe.
Yes, hope so.
Κουκιά.
Kukia,
Kukia.
kukia. Yes,
Κόκκους.
it's a local beans. We plant it on October and we have a harvest on May time. Yes.
Special omelette with
Greens. Yes.
The fact that this omelette is rare and unique is because the greens that are inside are not sold at the supermarket or wherever. You have to go by yourself at the village to select it and make this omelette.
You were too close.
Yamas.
Ευχαριστώ πολύ for this amazing day.
Εμείς ευχαριστούμε.
4 διαφορετικά.
There are 4
είδη.
different types, it's not one serving. And they're all local. You do it the same way as the others, you just search them at the mountains. But there are 4 different. The names, he just mentioned them. So it's τσόχους,
Ραδίκιο. Γαλατσίδες.
and the other one.
And the other one. Τσόχους, γαλατσίδες, ραδίκιο, παχές.
All Greek. In tradition.
And the final result is this.
Yeah,
It looks healthy.
it is.
More potatoes. Patata.
Τι σου κάνουμε δηλαδή.
Έλα. Κάνω τώρα από την άκρη. Πάρα πολύ.
Ελευθερία. How is it?
It's awesome, really, like paradise. Great.
Stratos Tavern is called, like here, nowhere. We can confirm. The south part of Crete is famous for Kurtaiotiko Gorge, just 22 kilometers from Rethymno. The name Kurtaiotiko comes from the sound you can hear when there is a strong wind beating against the rocks. It's like clapping hands, kurtala in Cretan dialect.
This is Kurtaiotis Gorge. It's gorgeous. The length is 3 kilometers and these amazing cliffs are over 600 meters and they are full of openings and caves.
This is the home of many rare species of Cretan plants, animals, birds. Here you can do hiking, you can swim, you can walk or struggling to walk on the entire length of the canyon, but it's not an easy task. we just went on the stairs and discovered down here Agios Nikolaos Church. And this nice waterfall. The myth says that when Saint Nicholas touched the rope with his hand, water sprang out from 5 spots, and the 5 springs of the river were created. The river Kurtaiotis, which is called also Megalopotamus by the locals, meaning the big river. We followed the road along the river and we ended up in a paradise. The end of Kurtaiotico Gorge is here, where Megalopotamus is flowing into the sea after creating a little estuary, Preveli Lake.
To make sure that the door is always closed. Nice. Let's go. I come first. Come for you.
Hai stăpâni.
Neveste, here. Wow, I would stay here like forever. Wow.
If you like, stay.
Yes, it's amazing. But my captain says that we need to move on to see also other beautiful places. Look, Captain. Look. Wow, really amazing. Yes, for sure. Besides that. A few years back, a large fire burned much of the forest. Despite this, the nature reasserted herself. And look, the palm forest lives again. And the trees themselves are very special. Theophrastus palm trees, one of the 2 concentrations like this in the entire Crete.
We were happy like children. Is something about this place that gives you joy and excitement. It's unique. If you are in the area, don't forget also to take a look of Preveli Monastery.
Guys, if you enjoyed this, the best way...
Subscribe!
And don't forget, hit the like button.
For early updates and funny things, you also find The World on Wave on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. We would be really grateful if you may consider to support us on Patreon. With your help, you will experience new and interesting things around the world. You have the power to make it happen. And don't forget, follow your dream.